Jennifer, you're nodding your head. You concur with Ephraim?
I don't know nothing about dancing, babe. I'm just really in awe just listening to each of these guys speak from, their perspective and what they're here to do. And so I'm learning as he's speaking and he's speaking. Everyone up here, so that's why I was nodding my head. Okay?
Just soaking it in.
Yes, I was really like, wow, use the air and the space. So, it was from a dancer's perspective. It was interesting to me.
That's what it feels like. Like you get to actually go and have a real record shop. Like, you know what I mean? They're not going to drop some like piece on you and like, we're just going to pretend like these little things stacked with, or paint some records on the wall to make it like, no, you go to the shop. Or no, we're going to go to the store. Your car is outside. Let's go sit and then we can just actually just play. Like, let's have the conversation and like whatever that actually is, the energy that would really take place in real life, we can just have that. You know what I mean? I don't have to project and create too much more. I can
stretch too far. Yeah. So I'm learning from them. I'm a sponge, so I would try to learn from everybody. I was listening really hard. Was I really nodding my head?
Yeah, you were into it. You were understanding.
Okay. Have it on video. I was in it. I'm listening to them all. I am. It'll make a better me.
I think we were just going to squeeze in a couple more questions before we wrap up. We do have Bridget who wanted to ask something as well.
Oh. Harvey, this question's for you. My daughter and I are big fans of the musical, and we were disappointed with the movie. They left off a few of our favorite songs, in particular, Big Doll House. Will you be doing that?
No.
That's the only one.
No, you know why? Big Doll House. Big Doll House. The truth is that it was written and the structure of it is to bring you back after Act One. You've had intermission and you have to remind everybody now they've all been arrested and all that. So we had this big number. There's no intermission in this, so but also because I did work on The Wiz, I was sort of aware that there's this budget thing. And so when I thought, they have to build this big jail set, recostume every one of the female characters, get us all tap shoes, because it's the only number we tap in, I thought, it's going to get cut anyway, just cut it out now. But I will sing it for you later. And I really and I was the only chance in my life to tap dance, So I really loved doing it, and it was a really good, Motormouth and I had like this really fun time in it, and So I'm sorry. Are you sorry? He's sorry.
No, not at all. No, you're always right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. That's right. Why am I explaining to you? I'm always right.
We also have a question that came through on Twitter. We have a tweet. And this person wants to know who in the cast of Hairspray Live is most like his or her character.
You know what's crazy is I feel like everybody is so close to the character. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's like a huge stretch for anybody really when you look at everybody. But
I take personal offense.
Sorry, babe.
Ooh.
Sorry, I wasn't looking. Oh,
you were just you look directly at me.
Never mind. I take that back.
Take it back. It's definitely Maddie.
I was actually I was making my way to Maddie. Okay. I was looking at you just because you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. He saved it.
Foot, insert mouth. Okay.
Maddie, do you feel that way? Do you feel like you're somewhat close to that character?
Oh my gosh, in so many ways. Like I said, she's like the ultimate optimist. She sees a rat on the street and she thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. And I relate to that. I moved to New York 2 years ago and I saw a rat and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. No? No. Oh. Okay.
Tiny monster.
Is there one thing, Maddie, I mean, and you're in like probably 99% of this. Is there anything that you've, sort of been able to walk away through? And I know you guys are still rehearsing, but is there a moment that you were like, people are going to freak out when they see this? Like, I can't wait for them to see this specific thing.
There's so many moments. One of the moments I was talking about it the other day is when, I freak out a lot when we're in the record shop and Jennifer is Motormouth Maybell and she's holding my hand during her song. I Know Where I've Been, and when she's singing, my hair is just flying back because it's just so powerful. There are so many powerful moments in this show, though. So many.
Now you flattered Jennifer Hudson.
Yes, she did. Thank you. I don't take it lightly. Thank you.
I love her.
I love you. Oh my God.
Now, of course, one of the songs that that did make it into this is "You Can't Stop the Beat." Is the kind of, this is the big closing number. It's such a huge moment. Can you guys take me through a little bit of the kind of construction of that particular song, because it is an all hands on deck thing. It is the sort of the thing that you send people off with. So it's a very important number, and I imagine it required a lot of work and sweat to get into it.
Well, the nickname of it is "You Can't Stop to Breathe."
No, you can't.
Yeah,
It's the last thing that was written for the show. It was we had a couple of different finales before that, and then they wrote that, and then the bad part was every time we did it, they just sped it up, and they sped it up, and they sped it up, and that's why it's, as Derek said, "You can't stop to breathe." I actually say that on the original album.
Is that true?
Yeah. Instead of singing "You Can't Stop the Beat," I sing "You Can't Stop to Breathe." And instead of the line in the show, which is, "Wilbur, could you get a backup?" I say, "Could you fetch some oxygen now?"
And there's no attempt to slow it down for this production?
Mark Shaman would.
There is no attempt
Marty's
to do
friend
that.
Marty's friend Mark Shaman would have our. Tell him what Mark would do if we tried to slow it down.
Now he'd scream and shout, and he wouldn't be happy. Mark is a perfectionist, and he knows exactly what it must be, and therefore it must be.
He's also always right.
Yes.
A lot of people always right. Wow. It's amazing
Neil,
that they're all here in the same place.
What was difficult for you, just like on a technical perspective, sort of planning out? Was it making sure that it was timed out with getting in and outside?
Well, we're still working on that
You're
timing.
like, we're making that happen.
So, that choreography behind the scenes that Derek was referring to is still very much a work in progress. So that's going to be worked out within the next week or so. But the biggest challenge on this is that the other live musicals were, I'd say, a combination of live theater and TV. And I think this one is kind of a triple hybrid, meaning live TV, television, and film, because being outside that much, it allows there to be a lot more camera movement, a lot more filmic techniques that are going to be used for this than in the past. So I think taking on those challenges as well as the behind-the-scenes choreography is going to be the feat of Hairspray Live.
Yeah. And the one drawback, I suppose, of being in the cast of Hairspray Live is that you won't actually be able to watch it live when it premieres on NBC on December 7th. So what's everybody's plan? Is everybody sort of setting their DVR? Are you never going to watch it?
Families having parties.
What's the idea?
I
haven't thought that far
You
ahead?
set your DVR, and then
House party.
and then you see how it went. You might go home and erase
Exactly.
it.
You said it.
We've all sort of talked about doing maybe a
little cast night.
A little cast night after the show, and we get to eat some popcorn and enjoy each other's company before we, I'm not going to say it because I will get emotional right now because I've fallen in love with these people.
Yeah.
Well, we love hearing that. I think.
You're planning this.
Are you guys?
Oh, you guys are planning on.
Is there a
planning
menu? Is there a menu happening?
I don't know.
Oh,
We're just figuring it out right now.
Yeah, hold on, you guys. Hold on. Let's really talk about
dance
this.
off karaoke.
Milkshakes,
Menu.
popcorn.
Well, we want to thank you guys so much for spending this hour with us and letting us sort of pick your brains, even though you're still in rehearsal and letting it come together. We really appreciate you guys taking the time for it. And we cannot wait to see it. Hairspray Live airs Wednesday, December 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern/Pacific time. It's going to be right on NBC. It's going to be amazing, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much to the cast and crew.
Another round of applause for the cast of Hairspray Live.
Guys.
Thank you guys so much.
you.